Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's part 92 today and we are back for two more big games. We've got a Premier League match away at former club Southampton. They've fallen into the relegation zone with 3 games to go and are scrapping for their lives against another of our former clubs, Derby. And we've got to get one more point to basically wrap up our top 4 place. So we'll both be looking to do that today, which should lead to an entertaining encounter. And no, we've still not won an away match. But then we've got the return match against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. No such problems on the road there. You can see we've got a 3-2 lead in Europe. So hopefully we can complete the job today and reach our second European final in 2 years. This time though, the Champions League. So if you're looking forward to those 2 fixtures and the episode in general, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on for daily FM21 content. Make sure you checked out the start of the brand new mini-series yesterday lunchtime. It really is something I'm looking forward to. And of course you can find the Twitch channel in the description down below. We were live over there yesterday morning too. But thank you again for your incredible support. It is greatly appreciated. Let's very quickly have a look at the schedule to see what's been happening in a few games off camera. And then we'll go and get straight into today's 2 big games. So the first of the 3 games off camera, which you couldn't see from that preview screen there, was West Brom at home. Now, we did rest most of our 11 for this and still managed to get a 0-0 draw. So I'm not devastated. We played quite well, but we just didn't look like we had any threat in front of goal. It was such a shame. Thomas Parks had a poor game. Perea wasn't much better when he came on. So missing a striker who could score goals there. We then lost 2-1 away at City. A late red card made it a grandstand finish. But it was a former Southampton legend for us, Ant Folwell, who got the winning goal. Perea did score one, too little too late. And that left us in poor shape on the road. Still no win in 2030 in the Premier League on the road. And hopefully we can correct that today, or it's going to be a very long episode. We did though win at Borussia Dortmund, no trouble in Europe on the road. And it was Franco Espinosa, an unlikely hero off the left wing. We were playing so well that I just left the players at it. We went ahead twice, we got pegged back twice. But then Espinosa, 94th minute from the penalty spot. Cool as you like. And if we have a look at his attribute for it, because obviously normally it'd be Perea, because he was on a hat-trick, we just left him to it, because look how many Perea's missed. Penalty taking rating of 12, not quite as good. Scored the goal. Happy days. So today against Southampton, we're going to rest everyone. Southampton are missing Ian Gilligan, who was one of the young stars when we were there. And the big game for us is Wednesday night. We've got to reach the Champions League final. And if that means we have to sacrifice this Southampton game, then so be it. 2 tough games to finish the Premier League season. It's highly unlikely Arsenal will get 9 points out of 9. And even if so, we only need 1 because we've got a much better goal difference. So a draw today wouldn't be the worst result in the world. Now let's see if our backup team can go and get it. The dynamics are looking pretty good. Omatoyo's had a strop, so what I'm actually going to do is drop him to the under-23s, just to try and keep the first team camp as happy as possible. We're 2 points behind Liverpool, who got their win away at Bournemouth today, and if we can win on the South Coast as well, we'll go back above them into 3rd place, which would be nice, prize money-wise, and in terms of consistency. But the top 4 are almost assured. It's very tight just behind us there. Now let's have a look at our lineup for this match. Lots of names that you wouldn't normally see in the first 11, not many that often get an eye on camera. And this is what it looks like. It's Freddie Woodman in goal. Yes, we've even changed the keeper because Loic Willems even has a heavy match load. And he's our most important player at the moment, so we've got to protect him. Iriarte and James Justin are the fullbacks with Morato and LaMonaco at centre-half. Esposito and Farrell in the middle. Kobos and Yildiz the wingers. And then Akone playing in the number 10 behind Thomas Parks up front. We've promoted 4 under-23s or under-18s onto the bench alongside Omatoyo, who we've just dropped back down, Suyuncu, who can't play in the Champions League, and Montalval, who won't be starting in midweek, if everyone's fit that is. So it is as well rotated as it can possibly be. It's as weak as we could probably field in the Premier League. But let's see if the gamble pays off. Can we get a result at the Saints? Can we get through in the Champions League? The start of the answers to those questions begin now. Let's see if we can win at St Mary's. So, Barry Nicholson's Southampton side see 11 changes from Tottenham Hotspur. There'll probably be another 11 in the week as well. But loads of the old legends are out. We didn't see Furs last time we lined up against them, so he's into the team on the left. They've still got, though, the 2 centre-halves. Major in the middle, Baratinha up front. Figueiredo's number 10. It's a very good side. Don't recognise much of the bench. Benjamin Malm was like a 16-year-old from our youth intake, I think. So he's making it through as well. Stephen Hilton on the bench is that young Colombian centre-half. And Amadou Haidara is also among the subs. Galini, our former keeper, has gone there. It's a very interesting squad, isn't it? Let's go and get through the match, wrap up our top 4 finish, and see if we can end this awful hoodoo and this awful run away from home in the Premier League. We're actually 15th in the Premier League form table. That's astonishing. I know we hadn't won on the road, but we dropped points at home to West Brom. I guess it is going to be weak, isn't it? Into the first half, we're at our former club, and I doubt they're going to do us any favours because they are fighting for their lives. 10 minutes to the break. It's been quiet so far, but we're back for an Esposito free kick into a Kone who heads just over. A few things I didn't expect to see today. The Saints dominate. They line up with a 4-4-2. Figueiredo playing deeper, so is Thursler. And now we're on the counter-attack with Farrell. Gets it from a Kone, gives it away. Figueiredo nicks it up to Smith, to Baratinha. We know he's got the legs. He finds Cohen Major. Plenty of quality on the ball. Finds Smith. It's a great tackle. The left centre-half Morato does it. Justin just hoofs it into the stand. Not the best composure you've seen from the left back there, but he does the job. We've just got to defend the set piece as Figueiredo delivers. Morato heads away. Gets it clear back out to the corner taker. Delivers an in-swinger. Morato heads clear yet again. And Kobos picks it up on the right wing. Surging at the defence. We've got Parks up front. 2 or 3 running off him. Instead goes back to Farrell. He finds a Yildiz on the left wing. Can he find that penetrative through ball? Gives it to Farrell, who releases Justin on the left. Cuts inside. He just ends mid-highlight. What on earth's going on there? We dropped to balance midway through the half. It's really worked out for us in truth. As I said, if we can get the point, I'll be pretty happy with it. It's not the best result. It's not what we were aiming for at the start of the season. But given the context of our recent run and the position we're in, it would be useful. Saravakos heads one narrowly over the bar. The keeper Woodman just caught in no man's land a bit there. And it's been a good start to the second half from the Saints. We're just clinging on a bit. We're going to encourage the lads. We're going to take off a Yildiz, who looks absolutely shattered due to an injury. Who can I bring on for him? I'm not quite sure. I think it's going to have to be Omatoyo. He's the only one I can think as a natural replacement. Or it could be Aziz, but he looks nervous. He did score in the Champions League this season though. So which one do we go for? Look, Omatoyo's the better player. Let's trust him. He'll go number 10. Ikone on the left wing. Let's see if we can nick a winner. And we're playing out from the back with Freddie Woodman. 61 minutes on the clock. Can we finally look like scoring at some point? Iriarty gets it at right fullback. Comes over halfway. Not much pressure on him. Gives it to Kobos. An all-Spanish affair on the right wing. He cuts inside too. It's a good challenge from Figueiredo. It's been on a yellow for some time, but he timed that perfectly. As Ikone finds Justin again. Into Kobos at the back stick. Heads just over the bar. Another one goes begging. It's getting very tense here, and I'm not sure how this is going to finish. As we're back again with 20 minutes to go, Baratinha has just picked it up on halfway and absolutely skinned LaMonaco. Gets to the left byline, beats another sliding tackle. This time it was Iriarty. Back to Figueiredo. Inside to Major. You've got to say it's a good midfield too. Albeit they're not suited to this formation. You've got to give it. They've a lot of quality in there. And what they're doing in the relegation zone, I don't know. As they play it through to Smith, it rattles the woodwork. They're suggesting Woodman might have saved it. Maybe I'm doing him a disservice. But it remains 0-0. I'm going to get Lee Farrell off, who hasn't had the best game. Montalval on for him. And then at right back, Iriarty's had a shocker. So, Ambrose Clark is a good young player. Actually rated nearly as good as the other 2 backup fullbacks now. So let's see if it makes a difference. 10 minutes to go. Do we demand more? I think we're going to demand a little more from the lads. And just hope we get a winner from somewhere. As Pedro Porro's got it on the right. To Torre, to Major. Edge of the box is Figueiredo. If we concede now, it'll be sickening. It's back to halfway. Junior comes forward. No pressure on him. Major to Torre. It's all Southampton. You would struggle to know which side's in the top 4 based on this. Ikone blocks the cross and now he can come away with it. Can we create something? We've given it away again. Baratinha to Smith. It's 1-0 Southampton. That is criminal. Awful, awful defending. We had the ball back and ran into each other. I don't know what it is on the road here. We have got a proper mental block. And it is costing us a lot of points. We trail to Southampton. We might be keeping our former side up here. But this is not the preparation for Dortmund that we were looking for. We've berated the lads. We've gone attacking. We've asked for a little bit more. But I don't see how we get back into this. As James Justin throws from the left to Ikone. Can he get the cross in? Beats his man into Kobos. Loses out to Kelly in the air. It falls for Ambrose Clark. Delivers in. Saravakos clears this time. Bodies on the line for Southampton. They're fighting for their lives. and nobody's there. It's headed away. Baratinha runs onto it. He's released Smith. The defence are all at sea, and it's 2-0. What do we do, people? We are flying in the cups, and maybe it is just that. The players are prioritising it. But away from home in the Premier League, it is 5 months without a win. And we've not played many of the big boys in that time. A real worry, a disappointing defeat. And against Borussia Dortmund, we're going to have to be about 600 times better than that. Southampton, good value for the win. They may well stay up now. We'll be back for Champions League action. If we can reach the final, we'll forgive the lads for that one. We are back to face Borussia Dortmund in the big Champions League semi-final. We already know our opponents if we get through. Barcelona on away goals snuck past last year's Europa League semi-final opponents for us in Hertha Berlin. They're becoming one hell of a club here. We've got to think about, when we're looking for a job in the summer perhaps, the likes of Hertha Berlin, the likes of Barca, are the types of jobs we should be aiming for. But despite the disappointment in the Premier League recently, we've been dropping our form for this competition. We won 3-2 away in Germany, and if we get anything, bar a defeat tonight, we should be alright. And even if we lose 1-0 or 2-1, we're through on away goals. So touch wood, we won't be able to blow it. We have had some slight knocks, so Yildiz and Espinosa, both of the left wingers struggling a tad. We've also had a 1 to 2 day knock for Joel Santos, so we'll see what his fitness is like as well. But let's just go with the assistant's recommendation for now, and we'll adapt as we move through. So, Santos is fit according to him. Not been in great form recently. Pereira's going to be up front. He's still got the heavy match load. And let's have a look at our bench, because Ikone, it doesn't look like he's going to make it. So, Scotta will be in for Montalvat. We know that for sure. We'll go to our normal midfield 3 of full strength. Esposito will be on the bench. We've got 2 defenders. We've got 2 centre mids. I think maybe Esposito has to drop out for Kobos. We've got to go for a balance on the bench, not just the best 7. And that's what I think it is. So our full 11 is as follows. Loic Willems in goal. Sailmakers and Smith the fullbacks with Anache and Southam at centre-half. Reina and Wright and Scott up the midfield 3. Scotta playing the most advanced role. And then Santos and Espinosa on the wings of Federico Pereira, the deep line forward. 3-2 is the lead as we return to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Touchwood. So far this season, we've basically been granite at home. Let's hope the same continues again. In better news also, as we make 11 changes again, Arsenal did us a massive favour in the league. They managed to draw at home to Brighton, which means that we've guaranteed a top 4 finish. So unless somebody wins the Europa League that we don't know about, I think we're alright. Let's go and get through this one though. We're going to tell the lads to prove a point. It's a good Borussia Dortmund team, but on our day, we should be okay. So let's go and put in a good performance. The lads are well rested, and they need to show it tonight. You can see there's still a few of the stars in this Dortmund team. They've got the likes of Bellingham on the right, Brandt's on the left, Isak's up front, a former wonder kid in FM. There's good players in here. Canella was a real good threat against us in the other leg, but Bellingham's picked it up on the right, the Englishman. Gets into the box unopposed. It's a good block by Southam. Back off Bellingham, it's out for a goal kick. And we survived the first scare of the match, but so far, there's not really been much in it. And we'll take that. A 0-0 draw's a great result for us. Well, I tell you what, with half an hour gone, this could not be going better. Yes, it would be nice to be winning 2-3, 4-0, but it's the semi-final of the Champions League. That doesn't often happen. We're enjoying the fact that we've barely seen the ball. We've barely seen a highlight. And that means there's not much threat. Though we're coming forward here with Ryan Wright. Finds Reina. Reverse ball to Scotta. Back to Espinosa, who got that brilliant hat-trick in Germany. Through ball to Scotta again. Wonderful save by Gabriel, the keeper. It was a great chance for the Italian. He could have wrapped it up for us there. 1 goal and Dortmund need 3. As the ball comes into the box, Pereira loses out in the air and is headed as far as Lyon. He's coming away down the left, goes back to Ben Shaw, into Canella in centre midfield. He switches it to Bellingham, but we managed to get back in shape. We managed to peter the attack out and we're just slowing them down. We're not letting them get numbers forward. You can see we've restricted them. No shots on target to R3. They've had more of the ball, but what are they doing with it? We've got fresh legs. We can chase them all day. It's a good performance. It's a good outcome so far. We'll tell the lads to keep improving, do as well as they can. But if the scoreline stays like this, I will be absolutely delighted. Touch wood, it will. Now we're back with 10 minutes in the second half as Santos and Sailmakers play a 1-2 on the right. Into Espinosa, it could get even better. I don't know what it is with him in this tie. He seems to be on fire. He's got some sort of vendetta against Dortmund. I'm pretty sure he came straight from Argentina, his native land, so I don't think he's got anything against the German side. As Suarez chips forward, Isak loses out to Southam, and Ryan Wright can bring it over halfway. Reverted to that deeper role today, gives it to Espinoza. The first leg hero and the current tie winner is the man who's had the ball crossed and blocked into the box. It's back to Aaron Smith on the left, to Ryan Wright, up to Scotter. Loses out again. Linnon's there first this time. Now we're in trouble. Isak runs off the right. Aaron Smith's back, but he's not managed to stop him. Into the box he goes. Isak beats one. Isak beats two. But he can't beat Willems. It's straight at him. It's a comfortable save. And we'll take that as their best chance of the night. A first shot on target though. Something we've got to be cautious about. 20 minutes to go. There are some tired legs out there. I know the wingers aren't particularly fit, but Santos had a knock. Espinoza's not quite fit. So we'll bring a Yildiz in on the left wing. Kobos, just a winger on support. Just try and shore things up. Ryan Wright's not had the best game. Scotter's nervous ahead of him. So we'll put Wright back in at number 10. And then Montalval on for Scotter. I think, on paper, that's now our strongest midfield. But with 20 to go, we just got to see it out. It's been a really good, efficient display. As Rayner's got an outswinging corner. Former Dortmund player, of course. And he's just provided the assist that will put Borussia Dortmund out of the Champions League. Kobos the Wonder Kid, what a moment for him. He wasn't even registered in our Champions League squad for the group stages because he wasn't close enough to the squad. And now, with Soden out on loan, with Akone moving into the middle because D'Onofrio went out as well, he's got his chance and he's just scored a crucial semi-final goal. And a header from a corner for the winger, of all things. As Gabriel plays out from the back for Dortmund, they're looking to get back into this. Don't forget, if they win by 1 goal, they've got to score at least 3 to keep themselves in the tie. Isak's just scored. Now the assistant's run back there. He's kept his flag down and run back towards halfway. So VAR might choose to give this. Let's see what they do. Is offside. Isak's goal's ruled out. It remains 1-0. A 1-1 draw, we go through. A 2-1 defeat, we're through on away goals. So I think now we're definitely going to do it. 8 minutes to go. Let's see if we can hold on. As with 5 minutes remaining, Dortmund are playing out from the back again. We're seeing a lot of highlights towards the end. We've not seen huge threats until now. We've been caught out massively at the back there. They get in and they just miss the target. So I think time, with a few minutes remaining now, to put our fullbacks on defend and just try and sit behind the ball. Even if we go forward, just to keep that back 5 in shape is crucial. We'll also drop to a balanced mentality. No heroics needed now. No more goals needed now. This has to be a confident, efficient and sensible display. It is just that. We are through to the Champions League final. Europa League final last year, we lost on penalties. And this time, we're in the Champions League final. Yes, our Premier League title defence has pretty much gone disastrously, particularly away from home. But in all of the cups, we have been scintillating. We've won the Carabao Cup. We're in a final of the FA Cup. And now, we're in a final of the Champions League. As we go through the post-match interview, you've got to give it to our team really, particularly the defensive additions. We look so much more solid in the big games, and that's something that we couldn't say last year. It infuriated us, and I think that's why we've done so much better in the Cups. Jamie Kobos, what a turnaround for him. Angry because we didn't even put him in the group stage squad, and now the semi-final hero, just his second ever Champions League appearance, and he's booked our place in the final with a lovely header. £11 million as we get to the final. Where will it be played? We're off to Athens. It's in Greece, the final. It will be Barcelona v Tottenham Hotspur. And we've also qualified for the Club World Championship. So that's something that we're going to be able to compete in that we never thought we'd have a chance at. Unless, of course, we end up moving on. So it's Tottenham v Barcelona in the Champions League final. I'd expect we're probably underdogs for that game. But we're going to enjoy the occasion nevertheless. So with 4th place wrapped up in the Premier League, I'll just show you what the table looks like now. We're 7 points clear of Arsenal with 2 games to go, and there's nobody else with games in hand below it. So 4th place is guaranteed. We'd like to finish above Liverpool. It's not essential at this point. What is essential though, is the next episode. If you haven't got your alarm set already, make sure you're here in 2 days' time at 3:30 p.m. Liverpool in the FA Cup final at Wembley Stadium, before we travel to Athens to face Barcelona in a Champions League final. 2 Saturday specials for this Tottenham Hotspur side. And this season could be history making. I know it's very unlikely. If we win both of those, we will have won all 4 of the big trophies with this club. And who would have thought that when they were 20 years trophyless when we joined? What a turnaround it's been. What an opportunity we've got. But Liverpool, the old nemesis, Barcelona, probably the best side in the world at the moment. The next episode is not going to be easy. If you want to find out how we get on though, and you did enjoy this episode, please do put a thumbs up on the video. If nothing else, we're going to get a thrilling climax to the season, and I can't wait to see you there for it. Let me know in the comments if you think we'll win none, one or both of the trophies on offer next time out. We'll see how many of you are right in a couple of days' time. So make sure you let me know what you think down there. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and turn that notification bell on. You'll get alerts every time a new episode releases, including that one in a couple of days' time. Please do make sure you give the new series a try. It started yesterday lunchtime. It was a little bit international based rather than a club one. And the Twitch channel is in the description below. Thank you so much for your incredible support with it. But a massive thanks for watching, for following along for another season. It's certainly going to finish in the most dramatic possible style. And it could well be with all the glory as well. I hope to see you next time to find out if it will.